Hi everyone, Cordell here with 911 Rapid Response. On today's vehicle showcase, I'm going to be taking you around a 2018 Chevy Tahoe SSV package that we've recently upfitted for a department. This vehicle is going to be for an EMS/paramedic department, so it's been outfitted accordingly to suit their needs. We're going to start up front here with the vehicle, and you're going to notice that the vehicle has a Pro-Gard heavy-duty push bar on it. Pro-Gard does have different options when it comes to their push bars. The heavy-duty series is going to be more apt to be usable if you would have to actually use it to push a vehicle or some object out of the way. It's also going to protect your vehicle a little better, being how it connects to the vehicle's chassis. Here on the front of the push bar is the Whelen tracers. These tracers are the Duo version. So right now the vehicle is in slide switch position 3. So lights are going to be flashing in red and white. These lights have the capability to flash in red, flash red, white, and then also override to a full white scene that we'll show a little bit later in the video. Coming around to the side of our push bar, you're going to notice that we have the Whelen M4s. So we have the Whelen M4 on the side and in the fog light area of the vehicle. The SSV Tahoe does not come with factory fog lights, so what we actually do is we option this through Whelen with a fog light mount kit for the Whelen M4 that Whelen does provide. What this is going to allow us to do is do that red flashing, red-white warning, along with override to a true fog light and also an alley light when the perspective buttons are depressed on the control head. Moving back the side of the vehicle here, we're going to notice that we have the Whelen T-Ions mounted on the side above the fenders. The T-Ion is a very nice option from Whelen. It's a very thin ion, where historically what you may have had to do is actually grommet mount an ion above the fenders if you're looking for that style installation. This allows us to actually create smaller holes in the side of the vehicle, which is going to be easier to maintain over the years, so you do not end up with any rust or corrosion issues behind where the vehicle's body has been modified. Continuing down, we have the Whelen mirror beam. So this is going to be an ion mounted on the mirror. So it's going to give you that upper level side sort of intersection warning is what that mirror light is designed to do. Continuing up, we have the Whelen Liberty 2 Duo light bar. So this light bar is going to be red and red-white for the front section and side sections of the light bar. And then along the rear, it's going to be red amber. So this is going to give you warning in red flashing, warning in red white flashing, warning in red amber flashing to the rear, along with an override of white flood to the entire front and wrap around the sides of the light bar, along with the rear of our light bar doing a full override to an amber traffic advisor to warn motorists if you would have a road shut down. On the side of this vehicle, we have the Whelen tracer designed specifically for the Chevy Tahoe, and again, it is in a Duo configuration. So it's going to give you red flashing, red-white flashing, along with override to a left alley and or scene functionality. This unit is equipped with a Centcom Carbide with an OBD2 pass-through. So these lights are going to do some added features that we'll get into later on the functionality and operation of the vehicle. So just know there is a nice added feature we can accomplish with the tracers and that Carbide unit. Continuing back here, we have our Kuzma auto eject plug here, color coordinated with the vehicle. So what this allows for is a shoreline plug to be actually plugged into the vehicle. It's going to do two things. It's going to bring your 12-volt battery system up to full level and keep it there. So if you have items drawing on your batteries while the vehicle's in a rest state, let's say you leave your computer on all the time or 12-volt accessories on all of the time, that is going to allow that to happen and never drain your batteries. It's also going to act as a 110 pass-through. So let's say you have other accessories on your vehicle that charge with a traditional 110 volt power, then you're going to have that pass through directly from your shoreline. When the vehicle is started, it is actually set to kick that plug off for you. No one actually has to remember to unplug this. Here we have a Whelen T-Ion Duo, again matching that front fender, same installation here in the back fender. In our rear side windows, we have Whelen Universal Mount Ions, and these are two red ions side by side. Nice break in the graphics package here to still allow the nice graphics package done by Mark.It Graphics, our in-house graphics division. The lights can simply penetrate right through. The graphics here, I'll touch on them a bit. This package was custom designed with our graphics team for this customer's application. To tie into the graphics a little bit more, what our team has also done is the wheels standard on a Chevy Tahoe SSV are going to be a gray color. What our team has done is actually powder coated these a gloss black. We do powder coating in-house, and we've optioned it with the chrome center caps from Chevrolet to make the vehicle stand out a little bit more. All right, everyone, here we are at the rear of the Chevy Tahoe SSV. What we are going to have here is a Whelen RTX rear interior visor bar in a duo configuration. So again, this is going to give you red flashing, red amber flashing, and it would have the ability to do a traffic advisor. Anytime we have two objects on a vehicle that can do a traffic advisor, we will typically set one item to do that traffic advisor and leave the other to do warning. So in this configuration, our light bar is going to take care of our traffic advising. Being it's higher on the vehicle, it'll be seen from a little bit further away. Down beside our license plate, we have the Whelen M2s in red with a chrome flange. And then the vehicle is in park, so you're not going to notice any wigwags. All right, everyone, here on the interior of the rear, we're going to have warning above our head that will turn on. So this is a Whelen T-Ion in red amber. So when you open your hatch, your warning that is facing the sky is going to actually deactivate, and your T-Ions are going to activate to provide that warning, being your other warning would no longer be shining to the rear. We have dome lights here installed. Again, they will turn on and turn off automatically with the hatch being open and closed. You're going to have the option between red, white, or off. So if you would not like them on, you have that option as well. The box here, we custom designed through our Just Box division. Our Just Box division, you may be common with seeing our composite or wooden boxes from Just Box.It. We also do fabricated metal boxes. So this solution here was built out of steel, and it is coated with Premier Protective Coatings bed liner coating. So think of it much like a truck bed liner, but this is going to be a little bit more granulated. It's going to have a coating in that you can see it has a little bit of a sheen to it. So it's going to be a little bit easier to clean than what your traditional truck bed would be. So the box is constructed of steel, like I had said, and it does have some expanded metal componentry in it. With this vehicle, it was important to allow the items in the box itself to be able to breathe. In case gear may get wet or something like that during course of operation, it would be able to dry off and breathe throughout the vehicle. On the box itself, we have a space heater installed over here on the side, beside what is called a med vault. So like I had said, this is a paramedic slash EMT vehicle. So what this is going to offer them is a place to securely store any medicines that they may need to perform their job. Here we have a flashlight mounted for them in the rear of the vehicle, handy when they may need it. The shelf compartment up here is going to offer large storage for bags along the bottom and this upper shelf. Along with, we have a fire extinguisher readily available, mounted on the top of the box that is accessible from the front that we will get to a little bit later. Before folding the seats down on the Tahoe, I wanted to show you the rear transportation compartment of the Tahoe is still fully intact and fully usable. So the seats function just like they would in a stock configuration without a box. So if the department would need to transport personnel anywhere they would need to, they're still able to carry the full passenger load in the vehicle as they would have before it was modified. So now we're going to go ahead and fold these seats down. The rear box here is going to be set up nicely to carry bags and other items they may need to. And we also have optioned in a taller compartment here for, let's say, if you'd have to transport an oxygen bottle or something larger, you have that option as well with that compartment. All right, guys, here we are on the interior of the 2018 Chevy Tahoe SSV. So what you're going to notice that's going to jump out at you first is the Havas vehicle-specific console. So Havas makes a very nice console for the Tahoe. It's going to contour to the dash extremely well. It's going to be wider than your standard box console, being the Tahoe does offer wider spacing than some vehicles between the driver and passenger seats. So you're going to notice here we do have our standard size filler plate section from a Havas console. So that's going to be for mounting our equipment such as our light controller, radio, and other options that we can install in a traditional sized console. Off to the right, you're going to notice that we have a map book storage pocket or whatever paperwork you might like to store in there. It's set up nicely for that. We're going to get options here for the factory Chevy Tahoe USB and auxiliary port to be mounted into the console, so you're going to retain the complete functionality with your dash setup. Mounted on the console specifically, we actually have a switch here for the added Whelen compartment lights that we've installed here. So these work very nice as dome lights. You get your red functionality off and, red, off, and white. Here we have the control for the inverter. So if you remember previously in the video when we had shown you the box, there was the large inverter mounted to the rear box. That is going to power the space heater that we'd spoken about previously. And there's a remote that the driver of the vehicle can decide when that would be on and off. Here we have the control head for our Centcom Carbide system. We'll get into the functionality of this a little bit later because it's quite advanced with this vehicle, being there is an OBD2 pass-through to the control box. Coming back to console, we have our standard cup holders, mainstay in every vehicle, and then we also have a flashlight mounted up here. So one flashlight in the front and one flashlight in the rear, depending where the occupant might be and when they might need one. The computer system, we've actually gone with a side mount for the console due to Chevy's new system with their screen being able to rise up and lower back down. So this is actually nice because you're going to see there is a charging port back there, and this can actually be locked by the driver of the vehicle. So if you would want this in the down position, let's say you're storing your phone or other valuables in there, you can put a passcode on this. So if someone were to press this to make the screen come up, they have to put in a passcode. Without that, they can't access your belongings. So we've put our GTAC F110 tablet on the side of the console. Rapid Response is a direct sales center for GTAC, so any of your needs or questions you'd have with mobile computing, please feel free to reach out to us. So our F110 is a full Windows 10 device. It's mounted in a Havas tablet-specific cradle. So what that's going to offer us is the ability, you can see the pins here on the bottom, and you can see that I have no wiring or anything going to the tablet itself for the keyboard and other accessories that may be in use. So when this tablet is docked into the dock, you're going to automatically pick up on charging, and you're going to automatically pick up on any of the peripherals that are plugged into your dock. So the keyboard, antennas, any other functionalities that may be hooked up to this system all run through and to your dock and not the tablet. So if you are going to be taking this vehicle if you're taking the tablet in and out of your vehicle for doing any type of reporting needs, it does have a camera on the back. So if you'd have to actually incorporate photographs from a scene or incident to your reports, you have the ability to do that. It is a fully rugged device. All the ports are actually sealed very nicely for dust and water reasons. To partner with the tablet, we have a Tg3 Rugged Keyboard. So this here can actually swivel towards you. Many different adjustment points on this. It can actually also be pulled out of this mount and set on your lap with a quick release. This gives you a red backlight to the keys that is adjustable for the brightness. It's really set up well for a mobile environment. There's actually holes down below the keys here, so if something were to get spilled in the keyboard, it has a better chance to drain out. Hopefully it's not above the rest of your equipment when that might happen, or hopefully that doesn't happen. But it is set up to be rugged and used in a mobile environment. So like I said, the backlight is adjustable. You have tactile click buttons, not just a touchscreen, not just a trackpad in case you're wearing gloves or something like that. Take that back out of our way here. Now we're going to look into the functionality of the Centcom Carbide system. So what the Carbide system is going to allow us to do is every light has its own output, and we program the entire vehicle and all of the flash patterns through a central computer program that we program specific to each vehicle. With this, we actually tie into the OBD2 port in your vehicle for different functions. We can tell when different doors are open, certain speeds are hit. There's a wide range, it's almost endless, of the possibilities that we can do. So I'll just stick to the very specific solutions to this vehicle that we've installed for them. When I would place the vehicle into any gear except for park, you're going to notice that the ground light turns off automatically. So when you're driving down the road, ground light's off. When you pull up on scene, your ground light will illuminate. Here we have left alley, takedown, and right alley. We've actually equipped the takedown button to be a multi-stage button. So one press is going to give you your fog lights. Another press is going to activate some additional scene lighting on the front push bar. And a third press is going to flood everything to the front of your vehicle. So you're going to get your light bar, your tracers, and your fog lights as well. We have a Howler on this vehicle, and the Howler and the siren system is also tied into park. So here I can actually drop the vehicle into neutral. And you notice when the vehicle is placed in park, that will all turn off. Additionally, placed in drive, if a siren is activated and you have your warning on, it can be set up to automatically come on, depending how the user would want the system configured. We also have dual tone functionality here. So again, there's another siren unit in the vehicle, and we have a triple press button here for one tone, second tone, and our third tone. Along the bottom here, we have our arrow stick controls. Very simple. All right, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to go around this vehicle showcase with us on the 2018 Chevy Tahoe SSV Paramedic Package. If you like what you see, let us know down in the comments. If you like our videos, give us a subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Stay tuned to see more of what we do.